Welcome back. Stocks are on the increase as investors digest the latest news on the tariff front and earnings from big Wall Street giants like Goldman Sachs. Let's talk about it with our next guest. She says earnings season could provide some key answers for investors. Let's bring in Melissa Brown, Managing Director of Investment Decision Research at Simcorp. Melissa, thanks a lot for joining us. What are your thoughts on the Goldman Sachs numbers of today, which looked like a strong set of numbers? Certainly the traders, as did their counterparts at Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan Chase, really took advantage of all that volatility in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising when we see the high trading volume. I think investors were rebalancing their portfolios. They had to trade, so that was good news. I think, though, once those trades are done, once they're positioned for how they think things are going to go for the next few months, that volume could drop off as they kind of await new news or new news on tariffs or on earnings, et cetera.
How do investors cope with the ever-changing tariff news? Should they keep their eye on fundamentals like earnings and valuations?
Well, I think earnings season hopefully will provide some clues as to how companies are dealing with the uncertainty. Hopefully CEOs will be able to say what they're doing, if they are positioning themselves to take advantage of tariffs or to avoid tariffs. But I think we've got this 90-day pause, and just having a pause suggests that these tariffs may come back. I think we're in an environment of a lot of uncertainty. So we've got market volatility, but also earnings uncertainty, economic uncertainty, and typically that's not very good for stock markets.
We haven't heard yet from most of the S&P 500 companies. We've heard from the giants of Wall Street thus far, but the earnings will be coming fast and furious from now on. And when we get to, Melissa, earnings reports from big companies who deal directly with U.S. consumers, what will you be watching for there, both in the results and from the forward-looking guidance and from the management commentary on conference calls?
Yeah, I think we'll be looking to see if so far consumers have been spending, and in addition, what's happening to margins. I mean, inflation, seems to maybe be calming down a little bit, but has the inflation that we saw in the first quarter impacted margins as well? Have costs gone up, in other words? And so, we've got both the revenue, we've got the cost side, and then but that's all going to be kind of in the past. What's really going to be important is that forward guidance. And again, I get a feeling that many companies they're very uncertain about what to do, so they're not going to do anything. So I would look to hear about, are they hiring? Are they investing? What are their expectations for their top and bottom line growth? And I think that's going to be even more critical than what they actually report for the quarter. Do
you expect them to be candid on the effects that they see from White House policies on the U.S. economy? The one view that's out there is that executives are tiptoeing pretty carefully when they make comments about White House policy these days.
I think that I would agree with that comment, that we may not see really full, candid responses, but even there can always be information in that tiptoeing as well. And so I think particularly for people listening to earnings reports that know the companies well, they will be able to really discern whether the news is good or bad, maybe based on, a few side comments. And so I think it's going to be particularly important to listen very carefully to what companies are saying.
Simcorp has a sentiment measure known as the Roof sentiment measure. That's ROOF. It continues to show bearish sentiment. Unpack that for us.
Yes. So our ROOF, which stands for risk on, risk off, basically the scores are based on how are investors investing. Are they buying more defensive kinds of stocks or more defensive kinds of sectors? And what we're seeing pretty much across the world is that investors are bearish. So they are behaving very cautiously. They're buying low volatility stocks. And those kinds of names that if you're going to be in equities, you want to be in somewhat safer equities. So the sectors and the styles that they're buying are really showing a high degree of bearishness across most of the world. We, by the way, had not seen that in China until recently, but even Chinese investors or investors in China are getting more bearish, more cautious than they had been. But that's certainly been true in the US and in Canada, in really in most markets across the world.
Melissa Brown, thank you so much for your insight. Melissa Brown is Managing Director of Investment Decision Research at Simcorp.